Hello students, so in my previous video I have explained you about Poisson distribution and the problems related to it. So in today's class I will be explaining you about normal distribution. So first of all let us know what is normal distribution. In normal distribution also similar to Poisson and binomial you have a mean and standard deviation and variance. Okay. So first of all, normal distribution among all the distribution of a continuous random variable, like how many continuous random variables you have, among all that the most popular used one is normal distribution function. Okay, so the continuous probability distribution having the probability density function f of x given by f of x is equal to 1 by sigma into square root of 2 pi e to the power minus of x minus mu the whole square by 2 into omega sigma square, 2 into sigma square, where minus infinity x lying between minus infinity to plus infinity and mu lying between minus infinity to plus infinity and sigma greater than 0 is known as normal distribution. So it is a continuous probability distribution which is having a probability density function f of x given by f of x is equal to 1 by sigma into square root of 2 into pi e to the power minus of x minus mu the whole square divided by 2 into sigma square, where this x and mu lies between minus infinity to plus infinity and sigma is greater than 0 is known as normal distribution. Okay. Also, mu is the parameter. Mu and sigma are respectively called as the mean and standard deviation of normal distribution. This mu and sigma are called as mean and standard deviation of a normal distribution. Okay, so mean is equal to mu and variance is equal to sigma square. So its standard deviation will be equal to square root of sigma. Next, standard normal distribution. This is extremely important. The standard normal distribution. The previous formula is not so important. We don't apply it anywhere. But standard normal distribution formula is important. So for standardizing a normal random variable, we use z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. Okay, for standardizing a normal random variable, to a normal distribution, we use from x to z, we use this formula. Z is equal to x minus mu by sigma, where mu is the mean and sigma is the standard deviation. So the standard normal curve is a bell-shaped curve. Okay, so this is a standard normal distribution curve. Okay. So it is bell-shaped, also bell-shaped curve, symmetric about the y-axis. So symmetric about the y-axis means it varies along the y-axis only. Okay. So this is the standard normal curve is bell-shaped. You can observe here. Okay, and it is symmetric along y-axis. So I told you symmetric along y-axis means it is varying along y-axis. It varies along y-axis. Okay, and its mean is 0 and its variance is 1. Okay, its mean is 0 and its variance is 1. Okay, also the two tails of a standard normal probability distribution. See here the two tails here. You can see the two tails. One is this and one more is this. So the two tails of a standard normal probability distribution, it extend indefinitely. Extend indefinitely means no definite points. It has no definite point and it never touches the horizontal axis. So this is along x-axis is the horizontal axis. This is vertical. Okay, it never touches the horizontal axis because it is infinity. Okay, it is up to infinity, so it never touches. You have infinite number of points here. Okay, so it never touches the horizontal axis, and the total area under the curve from z is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity is 1, which means that total value of a probability is always equal to 1. If you go on adding all the values from minus infinity to plus infinity, its total area is always equal to 1. Okay. So by the symmetry area under the standard normal curve, z from minus infinity to plus infinity, that is half of this area from minus infinity to 0 is equal to 0.5. and from 0 to plus infinity is equal to 0.5. Okay, from minus infinity to 0 it is equal to 0.5. From 0 to plus infinity it is equal to 0.5. Alright, so next, to find any given probability of normal random variable x, okay, if you have to find any probability of a normal random variable x, first what we have to do is, we have to convert it to a standard normal variable z. Okay, we have to convert it into a standard normal variable z using the formula z is equal to x minus mu by sigma, where mu and sigma are the mean and the standard deviation. Okay. So, for example, if we have p of x greater than a less than b, p of x greater than a less than b, then this can be written as p of z greater than a minus mu by sigma less than b minus mu by sigma, where a minus mu by sigma is equal to z1 and b minus mu by sigma is equal to z2. Okay, so that implies p of x greater than a less than b is equal to p of z greater than z1 less than z2. Okay, p of z greater than z1 less than z2. So when you have p of z greater than z1 less than z2, then you have to find the area of z equal to z1. First you have to find the area from z equal to z1 to z equal to z2 using a standard normal curve. Okay, so using a standard normal curve, draw curve. First you have to find the area from z equal to z1, then you have to find the area of z equal to z2. So area from z equal to 0 to z equal to z2, so that is equal to area from z equal to 0 to z equal to z2 minus area from z equal to 0 to z equal to z1. So first you have to find the area of this z2 from 0 to z2 minus from 0 to z1. Remember, whenever you have z between z1 to z2, then you have to find first area of z2 minus then area of z1. Alright, so this is equal to area of z2 minus area of z1. So from it, next you have under standard normal curve, you have two results. So first one is z, where probability of z from minus infinity to plus infinity is always equal to 1. I have already told you that probability of z from minus infinity to plus infinity is always equal to 1. Next, what is the half of it? Probability of z from minus infinity to 0 is 0.5 and probability of z from 0 to infinity is also 0.5. You have to remember this. Probability of z from minus infinity, half of the area of the curve. Okay. So probability of z from minus infinity to 0 is 0.5. 1 divided by 2 is also equal to 0.5. Probability of z from 0 to plus infinity, which is also equal to probability of z greater than or equal to 0, is also equal to 0.5 or 1 by 2. Also, probability of z greater than minus infinity to less than z1 if you have, then you can write it as minus infinity to 0 plus 0 to z1. So it is greater than minus infinity, okay, but less than z1. Just imagine in a number line from minus infinity to z1. How do you split it as? From minus 1/2 of the area, minus infinity to 0, from 0 to z1. So probability of z greater than minus infinity less than or equal to 0 plus probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than z1. That is probability of z less than z1 is equal. You can also write it as probability of z less than z1. Less than z1 means from minus infinity to z1. So minus infinity z from minus infinity to 0 means what? From minus infinity to 0 means it is equal to 0.5. So substitute here, this entire term will be 0.5. So 0.5 plus probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than z1, which can also be written as phi of z1 or a of z1. Okay, probability of z greater than 0. If you have 0 this side and if you have any term here, okay, if you have any z term here, then you can write it as phi of z1. Next, probability of z greater than z2 is equal to probability greater than z means what? Z2 means what? From z2 to infinity, right? So probability of z greater than z2 is also equal to probability of z greater than or equal to 0 minus probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than z2. Okay. So probability of z greater than z2 means it is probability of z greater than or equal to 0 minus probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than a z2. So greater than or equal to 0 means what? It is up to infinity. It is up to infinity. So whenever you have z2, it is probability of up to infinity term, z0 to infinity minus probability of the first term from 0 to z2. That is how you have to write, like how you have splitted this. In the previous one example, how I'd explained you one of an example in a similar way. Probability of z greater than z2 means it is greater than a z2 less than infinity. Okay, so that is equal to probability of z greater than 0 less than infinity minus probability of z greater than probability of z greater than infinity less than 0 minus probability of z greater than 0 less than z2. Alright, so what is probability of z greater than or equal to 0? Greater than or equal to 0 means it is up to infinity. So p of z greater than or equal to 0 means it is 0.5. It is equal to this. See the third one here. It is the same. So whenever you have probability of z greater than or equal to 0 or probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to infinity, then you can directly write it as 0.5. Or if you have less than or equal to 0 also you can write it as 0.5. Minus when you have z greater than or equal to 0 less than z2, then that can be directly written as phi of z2. So these you may not understand exactly now. When we solve the problem, we'll be applying this result so that you will get some sort of an idea. So let me begin with the first example, illustration 1. To find the area under the standard normal curve under z is equal to 0 and 1.55. So we have to find the area under a standard normal curve between z equal to 0 and 1.55. Alright, so first of all let us draw the curve, okay, standard normal curve. So this is 0 and this is 1.55. So we have to find the area under the standard normal curve. So we have to find this area. So probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.55. From the result that can also be written as phi of 1.55. So we have to find what is the value of phi of 1.55. I'll repeat once again. You have to find the probability of, okay, probability of z, okay, probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.55. So according to the previous result, if you have p of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to z2, then that can also be written as phi of z2. In a similar way, this p of x greater than or equal to z less than or equal to 1.55 can also be written, is also equal to phi of 1.55. Now we need to find the value of 1.55 using this normally probability table. Sometimes they give you the value of the 1.55 in a question, but according to your syllabus this year, they will provide you a table. So looking at the normal probability table, you have to find the value of whatever value obtained here. Using the table, you have to write its answer. Okay, so how to find the value now of phi of 1.55? See, when you check towards your left hand side, okay, when you check it in a column wise, you have from 0.0, 0.1, 0.2 up to, you have many terms here. I've just this is not only this, so you have still many values below. Okay, you have 2.1, 2.2, you have up to 3.0. Okay, you have 3.0, but what we need here, what we need only that I've pasted here, but in your normal probability table you will have from 0.0 up to 3.0. Alright, so no values will extend more than that. So phi of 1.55, so you have 1.5 here, right? So 1.5 plus 0.05 is 1.5. You have 0.00, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04 and 0.05 here, right? This is 0.05 here. So 1.5 plus 0.05 is somewhere here. This is 1.5. Come straight and stop straight to 0.05. Okay, so 1.55 value is equal to 0.4394. The value of 1.55 is 0.4394. So this is the answer for the first illustration. Now we'll move on to the next one. Find the area of a standard normal curve between z is equal to minus 0.86 and z is equal to 0. So we have to find the standard normal curve between z is equal to 0.86 and z equal to 0, right? So z equal to, this is 0, okay, so minus 0.86 is towards the left side of your curve. So see, when you check here, positive side is the mirror image of negative side also, right? Or I can say that the negative side is the mirror image of a positive side, right? Since it is symmetric, because it is already been given that it is symmetric, so I can write minus 0. Since in your table, normal distribution table, you don't have any negative value there, so you have to check for the positive value of whatever negative value has been given here. Since the positive side is the mirror image of a negative side, so the positive value is same as the negative value. Positive value, is same as the negative value. So minus 0.86, okay, you have to find the value of 0.86. But see, you have minus 0 to minus 0.86 here, right? So how can we write it here now? The normal probability table has been given here. Before that, P of x z greater than or equal to minus 0.86 less than or equal to 0 is also equal to P of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 0.86. Please understand, I have not written it here. P of z greater than or equal to minus 0.86 less than or equal to 0 is also equal to, since it is a mirror image, if you consider it since positive side is the same as the negative side, P of z greater than or equal to minus 0.86 less than or equal to 0 is also equal to P of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or is equal to 0.86. If you have P of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 0.86, then what is that equal to? That is equal to phi of 0.86, right? If you have P of z, you are changing this negative into a positive value now, because you don't have any negative value in a table, normal probability table. So whenever you have a negative value, you have to write it in a positive way. That is P of z greater than or equal to minus 0.86 less than or equal to 0 is also equal to P of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 0.86, which is equal to phi of 86. Now how do we find phi of 86? Phi of 0.86. Yeah, so you have 0.8 here, right? So 0.8 plus 0.06, okay? 0.8 plus 0.06. So this is my 0.8. Move straight. On top where you have 0.06, you have to stop to that value. So what is phi of 0.86? It is 0.3051. So value of it is 0.3051. So I hope you have understood this. So we'll move on to the next illustration now. Area of a standard normal curve between z is equal to minus 0.44 and z is equal to 1.76. Okay, z is equal to 0.44. It's quite missing here. So z equal to minus 0.44 means it is towards your left side, right? From 0 to minus 0.44. And z is equal to 1.76 means it's somewhere here, okay, from 0 to 1.76. So you have negative here. As I told you, positive value is a mirror image of a negative value. Negative value is a mirror image of a positive value. So you have to convert this, since it is symmetric, so you have to write this in a positive, you have to convert this into a positive value. So P of z greater than or equal to minus 0.44 less than or is equal to 0 is also equal to P of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 0.44. Okay, P of z greater than or equal to minus 0.44, similar to the previous one. So when you have a negative value, P of, how do you write? P of z greater than or equal to minus 0.44 less than or equal to 0. So this is also equal to what? P of z greater than or equal to, you have 0 here. When you're changing into positive, 0 comes here, positive value will come here. Z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 0.44. What is that equal to? That is directly equal to phi of 0.44. Okay, that is directly equal to phi of 0.44. Similarly, and also you have and z equal to 1.76. That which means z is greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.76. It is greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.76. How do you find it when you have z greater than or equal to less than or equal to 1.76? From the result, it can be directly written as phi of 1.76. Now use the table and find the value. The 0.4 is here plus 0.04 is 0.44. So what is phi of 0.44? It is 0.1700. Similarly, you have to find next 1.76. 1.7 is here plus 0.06. 1.7 plus 0.06 is 1.76. So value of 1.76 is 0.4608. Add the two values, so that will sum up to 0.6308. We'll move on to the next illustration now. Area of the standard normal curve between z equal to 0.57 to z equal to 2.49. So now draw the curve. So you have to find the area under the standard normal curve. Okay, under the curve between 0.577 to 2.49. So as I explained you in one of the results, whenever you have an area to find from Z1 to Z2, first you have to find the area of Z2 and then you have to subtract it with the area of Z1. If this is my Z1 area, okay, this is the shaded region, right? It is the area of a shaded region minus area of a non-shaded region. Area of a shaded region is from 0 to 2.49. So let me consider this as Z2. So how do you write? Required area is equal to area between Z equal to 0 to 2.49, that is the shaded region, minus area between Z equal to 0 to 0.59. Go through the result properly. Not the result, but before explaining the result, I've explained you an example. This is according to that example now. So the required result is equal to, for this, if this is Z2 and if this is Z1, it is the area of Z equal to 0 to Z2 minus area of Z equal to 0 to Z1. Okay. So area of Z2 is 2.49. Okay, so which is also equal to phi of 2.49 minus area of Z equal to 0 to Z1 is Z equal to 0 to 0.57. So area between Z equal to 0 to 0.57 is phi of 0.57. Now use the table and find what is the value of 2.49. This is 2.4. 2.4 plus 0.09. So 0.4936 is the value of phi of 2.49 minus phi of 0.57. You have 0.5 here plus 0.07. Where is 0.07? So 0.07 is here. So this is equal to 0.2157. So value of 2.49 is, sorry, the values are missing here. Missed out with the values. Please make sure that the required value 2.49 is 0.4936, which is the value of phi of 2.49. Value of 0.57 is, this is 0.5 plus 0.07 is 0.57, so it is 0.2157. So when you subtract these two values, you get P of Z greater than or equal to 0.57 less than or equal to 2.49 is equal to 0.2779. I'll repeat once again, it is equal to 0.2779. So we'll move on to the last illustration now. Area of a standard normal curve to the right of Z is equal to minus 1.96. So we have to find the area. Okay, area of a standard normal curve to the right of Z is equal to 1.796. So Draw the diagram now. So you have to find the area towards the right. Okay, so it is up to where uh, greater than or equal to minus 1.96, up to where, up to infinity. Okay, so first of all you have to find the area from minus 1.96 up to 0 plus area from 0 to infinity, because what is given in the question, you have to find the area from to the right of z equal to 1.16. If here is this point is 1 minus 1.96, towards the right up to there you have to find the area. So first you have to find the area from minus 1.96 to 0 plus area from z equal to 0 up to where we don't know, so it is up to plus infinity. Okay, so therefore required area is equal to area between z equal to minus 1.96 to 0 plus area from 0 to infinity, 0 to infinity, or z greater than or equal to 0. For a probability of z greater than or equal to 0, what is the value? It is equal to 0.5. It is already given in the result. And area between z equal to minus 1.96 to 0 means it is greater than or equal to minus 1.96, less than or equal to 0. In a positive way, you can write it as z greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 1.96, since it is a mirror image. Okay, so or else you can directly write it as phi of 1.96. Whenever you have a negative value, you can convert it into a positive value, or else you can directly write it as phi of 1.96. Using the table, find what is the value of 1.96. So this is 1.9, exceed it up to 0.06. Okay, 1.9 plus 0.06 is 1.96, so its value is 0.4750. So phi of 1.96 is 0.4750 plus z greater than or equal to 0, or z from 0 to infinity means it is equal to 0.5. Add these two values, so that is equal to 0.9750. So that is the probability of z greater than or equal to minus 1.96. So we'll move on to one of the problem. Okay, we'll solve one problem, and rest of the problem I'll be doing it in my next video. Evaluate the following probabilities with the help of normal probability table. Okay, we have to evaluate the following probabilities with the help of normal probability table. Under that, first one, probability of z greater than or equal to 0.85. Second one, probability of z greater than or equal to minus 1.64, less than or equal to minus 0.88. And third one, probability of z less than or equal to minus 2.43. And fourth one is probability of mod z less than or equal to 1.94. Okay, if you have understood all the illustration, if you have understood the concept, then this is extremely easy, but you have to know the logic. Okay, so we'll solve the first one now. Probability of z greater than or equal to 0.85. So where may the 0.85 lie? Greater than or equal to 0.85 is being given. So it is somewhere in between 0 and 1. So let us consider it is somewhere here. Greater than or equal to 0.85 means it is from 0.85 up to infinity. It is from 0.85 up to infinity. So how do we find its probability? First you have to find the probability from z greater than or equal to 0, because probability of z greater than or equal to 0.5 means from 0.5 to infinity minus probability of z greater than or equal to 0 minus probability of z less than or equal to 0.85. We can write it in that way. The probability of z greater than or equal to 0 greater than or equal to 0.85 is equal to probability of z greater than or equal to 0. Okay, greater than or equal to 0 from 0 to infinity minus, in that we are subtracting this shaded region. We are subtracting the shaded region, that is less than or equal to 0.85, less than or equal to 0.85. Okay, that is probability of z greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 0.85. So whenever you have probability of z greater than or equal to z2, then that is equal to probability of z greater than or equal to 0 minus probability of z less than or equal to z2. Go through the result, you will get to know. So probability, so 0.85 you have here. Okay, so it is up to infinity, greater than or equal to 0.85. So first you have to find probability of z greater than or equal to 0, which means probability of z greater than 0 up to infinity minus the probability of z less than or equal to 0.5. Shaded region minus non-shaded region. Probability of z less than or equal to 0.85. Greater than or equal to 0 means what? Or greater than 0 less than infinity means what? It is equal to 0.5 minus probability of z less than or equal to 0.85 or greater than 0 less than 0.85 is also equal to phi of 0.85. So use your table and find what is the value of 0.85. So this is 0.8 plus the 0.05. So 0.8 plus 0.05 is 0.3023. So subtract from 0.5 0.3023. So that is equal to 0.1977. So we'll move on to the next one now. Probability of z greater than minus 1.64 less than or equal to minus 0.88. Probability of z greater than or equal to minus 1.64 less than or equal to minus 0.88. So by symmetry, that is negative, it is a mirror image of a positive side. So negative term can be written as z greater than or equal to 0.88 less than or equal to 1.64, because negative value is a positive side is the mirror image of a negative value. Okay, and it is same as in the negative case also. So since it is symmetric, you can write negative in a positive way as P of probability of z greater than or equal to minus 1.64 less than or equal to minus 0.88 is also equal to probability of z greater than or equal to 0.88 less than or equal to 1.64. So what is this equal to? Whenever you have a z1 to z2, how do we write it? I've already explained you. It is area of z equal to 0 to z1. Okay, but what is z1 here? This is the z1. The smallest value is z1 here. Sorry, the second value is z1 and this is the z2. This is the z2. Alright. So it is probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to, sorry, this is z1, this is z2. So you have to find what actually according to that example, whatever I've explained you, what you have to find first, you have to find the area, right? You have to find the area from z equal to 0 to z equal to z1 minus z equal to 0 to z equal to z2, which is equal to probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.64 area of z2 minus area of z1. Okay, so first of all we have to write area of z from 0 to z equal to z1 minus area from z equal to 0 to z equal to z2, which is equal to probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.64 probability of this minus probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.88. Draw the graph if you want, you can get to know then. First probability of 1.64, the larger area minus the shaded region minus non-shaded region. Okay, 1.64 minus probability of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 0.88. So use your table, distribution table. Value of 1.64 is, what is the value of 1.64 here? Sorry, value of 1.64, this is 1.6 plus 0.4 is 0.4495, that is the value of 1.64, and value of 0.88 is, this is 0.8 plus 0.08 is 0.3106. 3106. This is subtracted, that will give you the value of Probability of z greater than or equal to minus 1.64 less than or equal to minus 0.88, which is equal to 0.1389. Now we'll move on to the next one. P of z less than or is equal to minus 2.43. So whenever you have a negative value in a probability table, we don't have a negative value, so we have to write it in a positive way. So probability of z less than or equal to minus 2.43. I've already explained you in one of my illustration where you had minus second illustration, I guess, where you had minus 0.86. Whenever you have a negative one, since it is symmetric, it can be written as z greater than or equal to 2.40. So z greater than or equal to 2.43 means what? It is up to infinity. So first you have to find probability of z greater than or equal to 0. Okay, from that you are subtracting 2.43. Probability of z less than or equal to 2.43. So remember, whenever you have probability of z greater than or equal to 2.43, it is written as probability of z greater than or equal to 0 minus probability of z less than or equal to 2.43. If you go through the graph, you will get to know. Check for the second illustration. Now I have explained there. Okay. Now probability of z greater than or equal to 0 means it is 0.5. So from 0.5 find what is 2.43. So this is 2.4. 2.4 plus 0.03, it is 0.4925. Subtract it, you get the value. We'll move on to the last one now. P of mod z less than or equal to 1.95. Mod z, when you take off the mod, it is always equal to plus or minus. So when you take off the mod, it is P of z greater than or equal to minus 1.94 less than or equal to 1.94. Mod z less than or equal to 1.94 is also equal to P of z greater than or equal to minus 1.94 plus less than or equal to 1.94. Whenever you have z1 and z2, how do you write it? So, and both the values are same, right? When you have a negative value, you have to convert into a positive value. So how do you write this P of minus 1.94 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 1.94? It is the area of z from 0 to z1 minus area of z equal to 0 to z2, right? Here you have z1 as a negative value. When you convert it into positive, you get 1.94 only. Z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1 point plus 1.94 only. When this positive image when you convert the negative into a positive value. Okay, so that can be written in general as 2 times. Since both the values are same, it can be written as 2 times of P of z from greater than z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.95. Or else you can write it as P of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.95 plus P of z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.94. Sorry, you can write it in that way also. Alright, so now find what is the value of 1.94. So this is 1.9 plus 0.04 is here. So that is 0.4738. So write the value of 1.94. So z greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1.94 is also equal to phi of 1.94. So multiply it with 2, that gives you the final value. I hope you have understood something regarding to normal distribution. Please watch the video repeatedly to go through the illustrations, take down the results, whatever comes under normal distribution, take it down and go through the results and the illustrations, example, whatever I've taught once again, and go through the table also how to find the value, because this is not easy as it looks. Actually, it's quite difficult as in because if you understand the logic, it is very simple, but you need to understand the logic, how to find the value, and whenever you have less than, whenever you have a negative value, whenever you have a greater than, up to infinity, how to plot the graph and how to find the value regarding it. Okay, please go through the video once again. Thank you.